Hello and welcome to the Produce Podcast, episode 15. Here at the Produce Podcast, we fruit squeeze our way to victory.
What does that mean?
It means our juice gives the pulp that brings us forward.
Okay. Anyways.
I bought juice recently. Maybe that's actually, we could do that for the punishment.
What?
Like juice instead. It's cranberry pineapple.
I don't like cranberry.
I like cranberry.
So, okay.
But sure. I'm a pear after all.
I'm a mango.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Anyway, this is going to be probably a long episode today because I have a bunch of topics.
You also don't have to go through all of them.
I know, but I'd like to get through at least like maybe half because I have 17 things written down.
Okay.
We'll start with our food topic. Actually, before that, how was your week since last episode?
My feet hurt.
Why did your feet hurt?
Because they hurt. I guess that's why my feet hurt.
Oh, okay. Anyway, yeah, so my week was pretty fucking long as well.
It's only Tuesday.
My last week was really long. Okay, fine.
We
Fuck
got
you.
Sunburned.
Yeah, we both got really badly sunburned after going to the pool.
And Apple got, I guess.
Apple got bruised.
Shut up.
But Plum didn't feel shit. Plum was totally fine by the sounds of it. And fucking Tomato decided to sit on his ass and not swim with us.
Fuck Tomato.
Because he's a jackass.
He's a stinky poo-poo butt.
He's a fucking jackass like that.
Playing Wizards 101.
Yeah, he was playing Wizards 101. Yeah, he was playing fucking Wizards 101 and just fucking sitting up in his room upstairs. It was annoying as shit.
Yeah, should beat him up.
Me?
Yeah.
You fucking beat him up.
Why?
Why do I gotta do it? I didn't suggest it.
I got girl hands.
Wait, I thought you were a fruit. Were you lying to me this whole time?
I am androgynous, after all.
Let's get into our food topic, because we always have a food topic.
Yeah.
So, do you think the corner piece of cake / brownies taste better or are better than the centerpieces?
No.
You're wrong. This shouldn't be a question, because you're wrong.
Then why'd you ask it?
The corner pieces are the best part of the brownie and cake.
Okay.
You get the most frosting.
Okay.
You get the crispiest part of the brownie.
Okay.
Why the fuck are you like this? Why won't you fight me?
It
Fight me, man.
doesn't taste any different. It feels different. Mouthfeel.
Exactly. The texture.
The mouth feels different, but also, it doesn't taste different.
And I'd argue that it's still sort of, you get more food if you choose the corner piece of a cake than you do the middle, because you get more frosting. You get more food.
What do you mean? Because
on the edge pieces for frosting, you get like the side frosting bit too. But if you have a centerpiece of cake, you just have the top layer frosting.
And you're talking about like the pan, right?
Yeah. Like if you have a flat...
So you're talking about when somebody frosts it and you get the little overlap that sticks to the side of the pan.
Yeah.
What if they don't frost the cake?
Well, what cake do you have that isn't frosted?
Unfrosted cake.
Fuck you. Bullshit you fucking do. No one has an unfrosted cake, you monster.
What if... I heard that fucking voice crack. Okay, but what if they... took the cake out of the pan before they frosted it?
Shut up, okay? Frosted cake wins. The corner piece is the best part. You're wrong.
Okay.
You're wrong.
Sure.
I win.
Sure.
You lose.
Okay.
Good day, sir.
Shut up.
Anyway, let's get to the next topic. I'm gonna let you pick a number between 1...
2.
You're not even gonna let me say the numbers?
Okay,
no,
fine.
You gotta pick a different number now because you.
Okay, what's the numbers?
1 through 17.
2.5.
Fuck you! And a proper full whole number. Pick a number.
23.
Out of 17, you fucking asshole! We're gonna be here all day if we can't even talk about stuff.
2.
No 2. Pick something else. You don't get 2 anymore. I'll get to decide
3.
when 2 gets set.
3.
3. So we watched Glee. We watched the first season of Glee.
Yes, okay.
What'd you think of it?
It's really dumb, but it's such a shit show that it's kind of fun to watch. It's like a garbage fire.
I'd rather watch this than 90 Day Fiancé again, so I'm happy.
What? How dare are you?
90 Day Fiancé. I am fucking sick of that show.
What do you mean?
It's too much.
What do you mean?
It's too much cringe in one sitting. It's too much reality TV garbage.
You
just feel bad watching it and seeing these people destroy their lives.
But 90 Day Fiancé is so good, though. What do you mean?
I don't need to explain myself any more than I just did.
Well, explain yourself for the viewers.
We're not talking about 90 Day Fiancé. We're talking about the first season of Glee.
Well, now we're talking about 90 Day Fiancé.
So Glee was pretty fucking kind of cringe.
Yeah.
Like oh boy, can they not write female characters.
Uh-huh.
And oh boy, can they not write a lot of male characters either. We're not going to talk about it for very long because I feel like I don't have much to say about it. Do you have anything to say about Glee?
After the first season, it seems like not a lot happens, at least so far.
Oh yeah, I liked the whole plot thing about the pregnant wife and the pregnant
Quinn.
Yeah, Quinn. I was like, that was fun. And then after it all happened, like at episode 13 or something, I was like, wow, the whole show should just ended there. It's like I would have probably given it a little bit of higher score. Right now, I'm like at a steady 5 to 4.
What do you think you would have given it?
I think I would have went up to like a 6 or a 6.5. If it just ended right there.
I think after the second or third season, I think it was third season, is where a lot of people who like Glee wanted it to end.
What, something really stupid happen?
It just starts going on for too long.
I feel like it's already fucking gone on too long. Season 2 just starts off stupid. It's like, oh yeah, by the way, Rachel and what's his name? Finn are dating, and then off-screen, wheelchair guy and the Asian chick broke up, and she's with somebody else. And also off-screen, the black guy who was a part of the group who, like, never was named really just left randomly because he moved school. So much stupid shit happens when Season 2 fucking starts that I'm just over it. I'm over the whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh. Anything else about Glee?
Do you have a favorite song that they've done?
All the stuff from the acapellas I like. All the songs that acapella was like, wow, that was fun. That was a whole good sequence.
Okay, sure.
And I hate that they got rid of the old PE teacher guy because he was weird.
Ken Tanaka.
Yeah, I like that guy. Although the new female PE teacher is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So she's okay.
Well, what we're on is a whole episode about her.
I don't even know what episode we are in season 2.
Well, it starts off with everybody saying, like, hey, whenever I don't want a nut, I just imagine Coach Beast.
That's really fucking weird. I don't remember that.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of this show is just like in one ear, out the other. Just like all musicals, because musicals fucking suck.
No, they don't.
Musicals are so shit.
Hey, you said Chicago was all right.
Wow, that's real big praise. The movie was all right. It didn't make me want to turn it off. This fucking Minecraft witch over here.
Okay.
I would rather rewatch all of Invincible than watch Chicago again.
Why?
Because even though Invincible wasn't good, I was still more entertained watching that than...
What do you mean, dude?
Any musical I've ever seen.
But Chicago's so good.
I hate Rocky Picture Horror Show. I don't find it entertaining. Chicago was the most mid thing ever.
You wouldn't like Rent.
And Steven Universe future movie didn't impress me.
What? That's right. I heard the story.
I can think of. Fucking.
Any final words on Glee?
Musicals suck.
No, they don't.
I like Sue.
Yeah.
She's cool.
She's probably one of the best parts of the show.
Mercedes is a super racist character, but she's alright, I guess.
Sometimes.
Kurt fluctuates from being like the best character and then on the level of the worst lead protagonist I've ever seen, Rachel.
Yeah.
But his dad is the best character in the whole show.
Yeah.
What else? I like Puck enough. When Puck sings, it's pretty neat, but that's pretty rare.
They barely give him his own songs.
Anytime the teacher raps, I get uncomfortable. That's about all I have to say about it.
Such a bad aura. It's like, oh no.
It's like, oh, a bad omen is coming. The weather changes. The sky is black. All right, pick another number.
16.
You're gonna hate this.
Oh God, I'll probably refuse based on that.
No, you already picked a number. So we watched the Fairly Odd Parents live action
15.
movie. No, it's too late.
I don't want to talk about it. Why did you put that down as a fucking
the movie?
Why would we talk about it? If that is so fucking old, dude.
So we watched. So is fucking Glee.
Yeah, but
Glee came out like 14 years ago.
It's still relevant actually because there's a death anniversary coming up.
And there's a death anniversary for Fairly Odd Parents coming.
No,
because that show is fucking
an actor
dead.
on there. I haven't pointed them out yet. Recently died last year.
Sucks.
Yeah. They were saving their son, and they drowned in a lake.
All right, so we're going to talk about Fairly Odd Parents. So, Fairly Odd Parents, we saw the live-action movie, the summer one. I don't remember what it was
You
called.
can talk about this yourself. I'm just going to tune out.
We watched it together, dude.
I did not watch it. If I did watch it, it was unwillingly.
Are you fucking... I ordered Papa John's... We had ourselves some pizza, and we watched the movie. We watched it the whole way through. We didn't skip any scenes.
Man, it's almost like I was tuning out during the entire thing. I didn't watch it willingly.
That movie was so much fun.
No, it wasn't, dude.
I would definitely watch that
Fairly Odd Parents.
Fairly Odd Parents. The movie was such shit. It was fucking awesome. It was such a piece of garbage.
I don't want to talk about it.
It was so fun. As an adult who loves fucking bad movies, that was
this movie was so racist against Hawaiians, dude. Like there's like a dream sequence at the beginning. And it's supposed to be mocking like Hawaiian culture or whatever, and the language that they're speaking is called Uga, and they're just like Uga booga, wugga wugga wugga, and it's like what the fuck? And there's barely even any Hawaiian actors in the movie, for the most part.
The movie's really funny. It's so fucking laughably bad. It's like, really funny.
Crocker, the whitest guy you've ever seen. People, because he's like, man, I need to look like a native Hawaiian. He puts on like a fucking hula skirt and like a headdress, and people are like, well, this guy's Hawaiian.
Oh, not only that, like, he does that, and he's like, we both need to dress up as like Hawaiians, and makes Poof or Foop or whatever his fucking name is dress up as a monkey.
We need to look like Hawaiians, so you need to dress up as a fucking monkey. Are you fucking kidding me, dude?
That's fucking awesome.
Dude, the only reason they got away with that is because, like, they said Hawaiian and not, like, something more racially charged.
So what you're saying is the movie was super good. You definitely watched it.
No!
Solid 9 out of 10.
I can't believe you fucking put that movie on, dude.
It was in my Hulu recommended.
No, it wasn't. It was just giving you suggestions based on the movie you were fucking looking at. That's not the same as recommended.
You gotta review the movie for anyone who wants to hear our thoughts
about
it.
Who the fuck wants to hear about that goddamn movie? I don't care if being loud.
Apple might want to hear.
Why would he want to fucking hear about it?
He likes Fairly Odd Parents, and you're being very loud. You're gonna break the fucking mic.
I'm gonna
look at the fucking bar.
No, I'm looking.
It's going crazy.
I cannot be like quiet right now because I fucking hate you.
You're the one who picked the number.
I changed my number.
You can't change.
Why did you even put that down as a fucking topic?
Because we watched the movie.
Why? We don't have to talk about every shitty movie we fucking watch. It was fucking Fairly Odd Parents.
It was so...
It was garbage.
It was really good.
It was not worth fucking talking about.
I had a good-ass Papa John's pizza and ate their cool little peppers.
God, you owe me some sort of food because you're talking about this right now.
What do you
You have to disgrace me with this fuck. You have to remind me of that fucking movie again. You owe me some sort of, like...
I bought you pizza. I paid that.
Yeah. Now you need to give me...
I'm not buying
you're making
you
me remember this shit again? You need to buy something else.
I'm buying you another pizza for watching the Fairly Odd Parents
Yeah,
movie.
you are, because you reminded me of it. I deserve some sort of what's the fucking
you can't
word?
Even fucking talk right.
Retribution or I can't think of the word.
You should take an apple cider vinegar shot for that.
No.
Shut
Shut the fuck up! I'm so mad.
I'll save you, Muriel.
Shut the fuck up. Let's go to the next topic.
All right, pick a number.
I'm scared. 15.
15.
I swear to God.
So we watched another movie, Escape Room.
Oh, actually.
Oh, well, you want me to change? Okay, we can talk about Fairly Odd Parents.
No, the fuck we're not. That was actually for like kind of a Saw ripoff. That was
kind of.
Okay.
That was 100%.
I'm trying to be nice. What if they're listening? What if the people who made Escape Room
then
are
they need
listening?
to get better actors and actually show fucking death scenes.
Hey.
I think we saw one person die the whole movie.
But what if we get sponsored? So you can't.
Sponsored by Escape Room.
They're coming out with a new movie. They could sponsor us.
Isn't the new movie already out? No, it's July.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it.
We're gonna watch it though. It's gonna be super cool. Don't say it like you weren't super excited to fucking watch the second one.
The first movie was like, as I remember more and more about it, it was pretty shit.
But it was fun.
I wasn't bored, but it was shit.
It was better than the fucking actual Saw movie. Fucking, what was it, Spiral?
Yeah, that's on the list too that we're going to talk about.
No, we're not.
We're going to have to talk about Spiral.
I don't want to
We've
talk
seen
about
a bunch
Spiral.
of movies since the last episode.
We don't have to talk about every fucking movie we watch.
It makes you feel better. I also put down the Daphne movie that we watched.
Why? I was hoping you weren't going to fucking... We didn't even finish it.
Yeah, I know.
Why would you put that on there? I was hoping you'd be smarter than that. I was hoping you would have had some fucking common sense.
I told you I had a lot of topics.
Wow, filled with, like, nothing but garbage.
You're the one who wanted to watch the movie.
I did not want to watch Daphne. I did not want to watch fucking Fairly Odd Parents.
Mango, you're being really loud. You're going to break all of our equipment.
Good.
I paid big money for all this equipment.
Yeah, $30.
Individually for each microphone was $30.
Oh, $60.
I bought the computer.
No, you fucking didn't. Your dad did.
The adapter that connects both microphones.
What was that, like 2 cents?
It was about as much money as the fucking pizza I bought. You should shut up.
Yeah, the small pizza you got me and you got a fucking large.
It was a 12-inch.
The small little pizza that you got me.
Do you know what a small pizza size is?
Is the 12-inch.
It's a 6-inch.
No, that was fucking small. I know what a medium is. That was fucking small.
The average size of a pizza at Pizza Hut is 12 inches. That is the
yeah,
medium.
it is.
Shut the fuck up.
Hey,
I will look this up right now.
Do they serve Uptuck there?
Because I know for a fact the smalls normally at like Godfathers and shit are like 6 inches.
Do they serve Uptuck
Shut
there?
the fuck up. Average.
Okay,
pizza.
now that I'm thinking about it, okay, maybe you're right that it is a medium because I remember Papa John's smalls is like 4 pieces. But it's still, you still got yourself like an extra large. And
Small pizzas are between 8 to 10 inches in diameter. Medium pizzas run 12 inches.
Okay, I literally just said you were fucking right.
Yeah, so stay wrong.
What the fuck?
Game over.
This isn't how. Shut the fuck. This isn't how you debate.
It's not a debate.
Steven Crowder.
Right. I didn't even write that down. It's a topic we could talk about that.
I don't know if we want to get too political on here.
Well, what the fuck is? I don't know if we want to get to fucking political, but what the fuck is oatmeal? This is a fucked up episode.
What do you mean it's fucked up? Because it's loud?
It's really fucking loud. This is gonna be really bad.
Oh shit, you should put like a headphone or some fucking warning.
A headphone warning?
Loud warning.
I'll have to record a disclaimer and put it
in. Disclaimer, this episode fucking sucks.
I mean, all the episodes suck.
Yeah, they do. It's because of me.
But do you want to talk about the Steven Crowder H3H3 thing?
I mean, what's there to talk about besides political bullshit?
He was a pussy and it was funny.
I mean, you can say it.
He was a pussy and it was funny. I'm not even gonna say who. I'm just gonna leave it ambiguous.
Okay.
One of the two people were pussies, and they did that.
Yeah. Okay. Next fucking topic.
So anyway, the Fairly Odd Parents live action.
No, we're not fucking talking about that shit.
Escape Room. We're back to Escape Room.
Yeah. Okay. It was actually really good for a Saw ripoff. I enjoyed it.
I'd give it like a 6 out of 10.
I also am a horror movie connoisseur, as you might know. So, I
know, man. Someone who really loved Quiet Place Part 2.
I did not love Quiet Place Part 2.
The big horror buff like you has great opinions.
I did not enjoy A Quiet Place Part 2. But, yeah, I really like this movie. I mean, definitely not as much as, like, other things. But it was a decent movie on its own. I mean, obviously, a bunch of flaws. It's a fucking horror movie, and it's a ripoff of Saw. But I'm excited for the next one that's coming out soon.
Surprised how quickly they made a sequel.
It was actually supposed to come out last year.
I know, which is even weirder to me. So they shot the whole movie, filmed it and everything, all the effects in a year. Mm-hmm. It's just really fucking weird.
The trailer gives, like... way too much away, plus it also like shows you the entire movie, and it shows you the entire first puzzle, how it's solved and all that. I think that's kind of strange.
I feel like I don't even have a lot to say about Escape Room.
And what's funny though is we in theaters we saw like 2 different movies, and we saw the trailer for the second one, and we're like, oh, this is a weird first movie. Why do they keep talking about it like there's one before it? And then there was.
Yeah, I'd never heard of this original movie until we keep seeing the trailer, DMC.
And the trailer kind of looked like it was a first movie, too.
Is it called Escape Room 2?
No, it's called Escape Room Tournament of Champions.
This is fucking weird.
Yeah.
It's a bad title.
Yeah. And what's funny, because, based on the first movie, nobody's allowed to live after they... escape. So how is this entire bus full of people there? Like they, escaped.
Science.
Did everybody just fucking escape? I mean, I feel like there would be more media coverage if like fucking 20 people are like, hey, there's this weird escape room thing.
Well, that's the whole thing with the first one too that I thought was weird. Is because like this is a public website.
Also, spoilers, I guess.
Spoilers if you care about escape. We should have said spoiler warning for the Fairly Odd Parents movie.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm going to keep bringing it up. I just thought it was weird in Escape Room that, like, it's a public website that anyone can get to. They mail you the address in a little box that you solve. Mm-hmm. And their address is online anyway if you just walk in. But, like...
Wait a minute.
They blow up the place at the end of the movie and, like, act like there was nothing that's ever been there, and, like, they somehow control the government to make it seem like they had fake deaths and shit at the end of the movie. It's like, what?
I have a question about the escape room kid. So, it seems like he wasn't given a box. He just went there. He didn't have his own room, I'm pretty sure. And I'm pretty sure they didn't say anything about him being, like, a lucky, like, oh, he's a sole survivor of something. So...
Well, they did. It's in the laboratory shit.
Okay, what...
They go over, I forgot what it was, but, like, I think it's, like, his whole family died because of blank disease or some shit.
Huh.
But they mention it really offhandedly quickly, so you can pretty much miss it.
Because he just seems so out of place. Like everybody else. Wait a minute. The guy that died of a heart attack because of the other dude. Yeah. His nephew told him to do this.
Yeah. But remember that he even mentions in the... Man, I remember more of the movie than you. He mentions later on that, like, as an idea, like, oh, they hacked his nephew's phone or something like that to send that text to make him come there.
Huh. From the sound of it, at first it sounded like it was like...
That's why I think this movie is so fucking odd, because, like, they imply that both ways could, like, bring you here, where it's like, okay, they just send a box to you, someone could tell you about it, or they manipulate someone else to specifically get you to come here. And it's weird in general because it's all... Their entire place is built up on chance that you somehow, like, decide to come here.
Yeah, like, what if none of these lucky sole survivors showed up?
Not even that. Like, just imagine, like, okay, like, they receive the box thing, and they're just like, oh, well, I'm not going to spend my whole afternoon trying to solve this fucking box and throw it in the trash. Mm-hmm. It's like the whole movie doesn't happen. Yeah. And it just is really weird to me.
And the fact that everybody was there on the same day. Yeah. Because it seems like... if they have their own website, it'd have, like, multiple showings, right? Because it's supposed to look like a legit escape room. Yeah. Did it? I don't know.
But when you think about anything, like, of the plot, it doesn't really make any sense.
Yeah. I thought the ending was really funny with the anagram of, like, there's no way out or whatever being the doctor's name that's, like, put throughout all the rooms. It was really funny, especially with the effects, because it was literally, like, the same shit from Harry Potter 2 when it's all like, I am Lord Voldemort. Fucking Tom Riddle. That was so fucking funny. I didn't mention it when it actually happened, but I was thinking it. I was like...
I think this movie would have been a little bit better if the beginning scene was cut showing the guy surviving at the end doing the fucking puzzle. Yeah. And that was, like, pretty much, I think the movie would be better if the first 20 minutes were cut and replaced with everyone just woke up in this room in an escape room shit. Kind of like how the movie Cube starts. Yeah. Where it's like they're just in it and no one fucking knows why. And then they're just doing it as it goes along. Because Cube, to me, is just this movie done better.
Yeah. The only thing about the beginning of the movie is it does something that's kind of unique, at least from what I've seen, is they go into it willingly, and it's not like a road trip. They think everything that, at first, everything that's happening is supposed to happen for quite a while. I mean, they're obviously skeptical, but they're like, yeah, this is supposed to be happening. And it's all on their own accord. They're, you know... not skeptical. My tongue is dry. Skeptical for a while. Because most stuff, it's like, one thing immediately happens and they're like, oh, fuck, we're gonna die. Like, in other movies. Or they take a wrong turn and they're like, oh, fuck, some shit's going on. Or just, like, usually one bad thing happens and everything starts going, like, oh, bad, you know? So it seemed kind of unique that, one, they came here on their own accord, and it was like kind of like it was supposed to be happening, pretty much up until, like, the one dude died, because everybody was obviously skeptical, but nobody was for sure until the one dude actually died. So it's probably been done before, but it seems not very often.
I don't know. I feel like there's not a lot for me to say other than what I already said about this. It's just like the premise is stupid. Yeah. All the characters really suck. There's no one I got attached to. Yeah.
Also, side note, Cube should have ended at the first movie.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Cube was really good.
Fucking pick a number.
2.
Other than 2.
Why not?
I'll choose when you pick 2.
I want to pick 2.
And 2's not even, like, a good one. Like, it'll be, like, a 2-second thing.
Okay, let's do it.
No. Pick another number.
Okay, 5.
My brother got a new house.
Cool.
That was another quick one.
Okay.
My brother is building his house right now.
Yeah.
That's going on. The Pear...
Shout out to Brother Pear.
Brother Pear? God, I need to come up with, like, a fruit name for him.
Duran.
Duran. Alright. Pick a number.
6.
I got a new TV. I got a new TV and it's pretty cool.
Yes.
Pick a number.
7.
We already did 7 before.
Did we?
It was the cake one.
Well, 8.
Spiral. All right, let's talk about Spiral. Let's go.
Okay, then you started off.
Spiral is the number 8 because, like, 8's like a spiral.
What?
Because it's like a curvy spiral.
Are you making that up right now?
No. Yes, definitely. So we watched the new Saw movie, Spiral, Saw 9.
This is the worst Saw movie ever, honestly.
Oh, I don't think I agree with that.
No.
Some of them are pretty bad.
At least I was entertained. None of the kills were entertaining, and there was no progression during the movie.
I've seen Saws 1 through 6, and then I saw the Jigsaw one in 2018, and then I've seen this one.
Pretty sure I've seen all of them.
I haven't seen 7, 8, or 9.
I don't.
7 or 8. Fuck.
I don't think I remember them very well, but I know I was entertained at least a little bit.
I think Saw 3D is probably the worst one, and I think that was 6.
I don't
remember. I think that was 6 or 7. But
this movie is so boring, and it's not funny. Because they try to do, like, oh, haha, funnies, but it's not. It's really not. And it feels like it was trying to do kind of a break from the genre, like the formula, and do, like, a cool cop thing.
I think that's the only reason I can say that this wasn't the worst one, because it at least tried to do something different. It just didn't work.
I don't know. But, like, I feel like I'm copying somebody else's words, because I heard you listening to somebody else.
Yeah, Chris Stuckman.
Yeah.
Go watch Chris Stuckman. He's cool.
So I'm probably literally paraphrasing, but, like, whenever I listen to things, it gets in my head like I thought it. But there's no progression during the, like, cop stuff, because you'd think it's like, oh, we're getting closer. They just find people, and then they just find people, and then it's the climax of the movie.
The pacing of this movie is really terrible. Like, you could pretty much watch the first 10 to 15 minutes and then skip to over halfway in the movie, and you would have gotten the exact same information you've already had.
And the twist is so predictable. Like, you can literally see it as soon as the character fucking pops up. You're like, that's the guy.
It sucks. And I was hoping you'd be wrong, because it was really lame.
I don't know if I said it immediately, but, like, as soon as I saw him, I'm like, that's the guy. At least in my head.
I think the only reason I was holding faith that it wasn't him is because of the last Saw movie, and I was like, oh, maybe it's going to be that guy. And then I was reading up later on after we saw the movie, and I was like, oh, so this one isn't connected to the other Saw movies,
It's like a different spin-off or whatever?
It's like an Elseworld story, so it's not even in the same universe.
I just hate how they just keep, like you said, they killed off John Kramer way too early in the series with how long it's been going on.
That's like everyone's complaint with these movies. Like, if he was still around for at least a little bit longer, this franchise would be a lot better. And,
like, I hate that, you know, since they keep going with these movies, it's always just new copycats that you don't care about.
It's the new copycat or an apprentice. It's like the same shtick every single time.
Like, if they would keep a copycat alive for more than a movie or two, I'd be fine with it. Like, Amanda lasted for quite a while, because you see her in 1. She
plays a decent role in 2.
Yeah, she's
one of the fake captors.
But
she's like in on it.
And then 3 is when he dies, right?
Yeah, and she dies too.
Yeah, so, like, it was such a wasted opportunity because they died in the same movie.
I mean, I could say some of the other apprentices stay around for a while. I forgot their fucking names.
Not John Hoffman, but Hoffman something.
Yeah, Hoffman. He's in 4 through 6.
I just
4 through 7.
I think my biggest complaint about the copycats is they're always a part of the trick. They're always part of from what I can remember, they're always part of the game. And that's what makes it way too predictable.
I think my complaint with, like, the Saw franchise isn't so much... It's weird because I think people's viewpoint on the whole series is sort of backwards.
Okay.
I'm going to explain what that means. But, like, people view this as not a horror movie, sort of.
Yeah.
Because when you think horror movie shit, you kind of think of, like, oh, well, there's been a million Freddy vs. Jasons, and they're all basically the same movie.
Also, I want to mention, isn't this, like, one of your only horror movies that you actually like?
I think the first Saw movie is really good.
Yeah.
And then 2, I'm going to be honest, thought it was pretty boring.
Yeah.
And then 3 has its moments for me.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, everything after that, I'm just like, every single time it's just going down.
Yeah, I can kind of remember stuff with Hoffman in 4, but not very much. And then after that, it's kind of completely dead like memory-wise, until we get to the 2 spin-offs.
And I only actually watched, because I'd never even seen any of the Saw movies until 3 years ago.
Okay.
Because,
3 years ago?
Yeah, 3 or 4 years ago. I think, well, maybe actually slightly before I met you, so maybe it's like 6 years, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because I'm like, I know you watched it before. But
still, like, fairly recently. Like, it's not something I saw when I was, like, still in high school. I think I'd already graduated by that time. Oh, fuck.
No.
Fuck, that can't make sense, actually.
You're kind of being small brain here.
I'm being a little bit small brain, and fucking, I have a terrible memory. But, like, Banana told me how much he was into these movies, so he sat down and came over, and we watched it on Netflix, because they had, like, the first 6 movies or something.
Okay.
And I was just like, I really enjoyed the first movie, and I just...
First movie was super good.
I was super into it, and I liked what it had to do. I think my problem with how people kind of view this franchise is, though, is they're seeing it as something different than what horror movies are sort of already seen as.
Yeah.
Because horror movies are seen most of the time as like, oh, well, this one's better than this one, but why is it better? I don't know, even though every single movie is pretty much the same. Like, every Halloween movie is the same. Mm-hmm. Every slasher flick is basically the same movie. I bet this new Escape Room movie is probably going to be the same fucking movie. But because the first few Saw movies actually have more to say, and it, like, you actually have to think about it, like, a little bit harder. Mm-hmm. I feel like people don't see them really as true horror movies in that way. Yeah. Like, they'll say it's horror, but it's, like, more just kind of gore shit, but, like...
I remember when I was younger, before I was allowed to watch these movies, obviously, because my dad loves horror, and that's where I got it from. But I remember there being a lot of talk and kind of controversy around it being, because it's like, oh, it's too gory, there's no extra, like, substance. Oh, it's, like, different. Because I remember it stood out to people. I don't remember exactly what they were saying, but I remember it stood out to people that they talked about it separately, like you're saying. Like I said, I don't remember what they were saying, but it stood out to a lot of people when I was younger. So that I'm like, Saw. I need to watch that because it's different from, like, other horror.
Because that's what makes Saw interesting, is because, like, it has more to say. Like, you have something that you can sit on and at least talk about, even if, like, you don't agree with other people and what they have to say. Unlike, I feel like 90% of most horror movies where it's like, that was neat. I have nothing more to say about it. Why was it better than the other one or worse? Because I didn't like this scene or I didn't like this scene.
I'm trying to think of, like, specifically gore and whatnot in these movies, and for some reason I can't actually picture them, because I want to comment on whether I think it's good or bad, because sometimes gore can be tasteful or, like, overdone, but I'm trying to think of, like, specific gore scenes, and I cannot picture it for some reason. The only one I'm picturing, though, is from the third movie with the scalping thing, where the chick had her ponytail, and, like, yeah, this is the only one I can imagine, like, vividly. For some reason, I cannot picture, like, anybody else. For some reason.
I can pretty much remember everything about the first movie. Like him cutting off his own leg and everything.
Yeah. But
the first movie doesn't even really have that much gore in it, to be honest.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's why, because my thought process, because everybody's like, oh, gore, right? So I was like, okay, first movie, gore. And then I was like, wait, there's not a lot of gore in the first movie. Yeah. And then I was like...
And even in the second one, I can't really remember too much gore, to be honest.
I always flinch and cringe at the needle scene in the second one.
When she's walking on him?
When she gets fucking thrown into him, dude.
I think that scene's kind of funny, to be honest. No, like, needles don't make me uneasy, but, like, that scene, I just think, like, the way it's shot and the way the guy throws her in, it just kind of makes me chuckle.
Well, yeah, it's funny, obviously. It's a fucking Saw movie, but, like, I'm like, needles, I don't like that.
But anyway, back to Spiral. I don't think this is the worst one.
Oh, yeah, we're going back to Spiral.
We're not just talking about the
We're not just talking about Saw.
I just thought this movie was really fucking boring. I will never watch it again.
Yeah.
Definitely.
The ending scene was fucking hilarious, though, and not in a good way.
I've seen a lot of people say that, like, the ending scene, like, the last big twist kind of shit was kind of neat. And I'm not talking about who the killer is. I'm talking about how... I guess we're just kind of... Spoilers if you care about Spiral.
Spoilers, I guess.
So, Samuel L. Jackson, I don't even remember the actual character's name, so I'm just going to call him that. Mm-hmm. The father of Chris Rock fucking dies in and to me the funniest way possible, where the cops saw down the door and they bust in, and it makes him fly up with strings, and it forces him to hold up a gun, so the cops think that he's bad because guns, and they just blow him away, and then Chris Rock's like, no! And then the movie ends.
A recent trend with these two movies, the two spin-offs, is...
Cops bad.
No. Well, yes, that is true.
Say no?
That's not what I was going to say. I was just saying that, I mean, it is funny how, like, these past two movies have been, like, ACAB. But, what I was going to say is the whole thing of it being like, this movie's pretty mid until the last bit of it. Like, I didn't think the last bit, / the ending, was very good in this one, but it seems like a lot of people who enjoy Saw were saying that, because I watched the last clip again, obviously, and I saw people being like, oh, this movie's pretty bad until the ending. And in my opinion, that's the same for the last movie, which is really funny. That I'm assuming a lot of people think similarly.
Yeah, the 2018 Saw movie was pretty forgettable outside, like, the last scene.
Like, I don't remember exactly what led up to it, but I remember what happened, and I'm like, oh, yeah. The guy was the guy.
Just Spiral, like, it didn't have any direction, and, like, nothing felt like it was happening. There was no good music or cinematography. Chris Rock comes off as a fucking dick the entire time.
Like, he's talking about, oh man, everybody's so sensitive. You can't say, like, the R word or the F word or anything. Like, you can't say slurs anymore because people get mad.
He just kind of comes off as a dick the entire time. I mean, I get, like, that's supposed to be the point because all the other cops are, like, actual pieces of shit. But at the same time, it's like, well, if all of them are garbage, Chris Rock should be kind of the more fun, lovable character, or, like, kind of have something to make him interesting. He should have probably more one-liners that are funny or something like that. But, like, the whole time he's just, I fucking hate all these cops and shit, and it's just annoying.
And then he's like, man, I'm not going to help you at the end, which I thought would have made this movie actually good if he decided to go with the bad end.
And it's just, I feel like we're at another state with, like, the 2018 Saw movies where I'm just like, so where do we even go from here? Like, what? Because we are really just recycling the last plot thread again, where it's like there's an apprentice or a copycat, whatever the fuck, and now they're around, and then they're going to be around for 2 or 3 movies, and they'll die, and then there'll be a new person because they had an apprentice. Like, I'm going to be honest, I think they should just go straight up magic and just somehow revive Scott Kramer.
Yeah.
Like, if you're...
Or he just wasn't dead the entire time.
Yeah, or some stupid shit. I think I would fully accept it, no matter how dumb it is. Like, they could literally just not even explain it.
Aliens.
Like, aliens. Fucking the Infinity Stones brought him back. I don't care. But, like, he's the only one that could make me interested in this franchise again.
Yeah.
Because there's no cops or any, like, good guy characters that are around that I ever gave a shit about, even since the beginning. And then all the apprentices go from either okay or fine, or, like, they can be interesting at times, but they're all fucking dead.
Yeah, I forgot Detective Tapp was even a character
I don't even know who that is.
Until Dead by Daylight. It's the cop, I think in the first 2 movies, that got his, like, throat slashed black.
Straight up don't remember.
Yeah.
The
copycats could have been fine, or apprentices. Like, do 1 apprentice and 1 copycat. But they did, like, 6 of each.
It's like if they made Death Note, like with the L stuff, and then, like, after Kira loses the Death Note, and there's, like, the other Death Noter and the copycat person, they're just like, we're just going to make it so L never gets the Death Note ever again. And they're like, we're going to make 10 movies off of that, is what this feels like.
Yeah.
It's gone on way too long, and unless Scott Kramer's back, I don't think I'll ever be interested in this franchise. I'm at the point right now where, like, if the next one's announced and it comes out, I'll probably just skip right to the end of the movie. Like, and just watch it legally.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing happening in this fucking franchise to warrant you to sit through an hour and a half of just gore porn with no substance just to get a cool twist at the end. Ooh.
And the gore / like traps weren't even that good in this movie.
None of the traps or gore or anything was like interesting in this whole movie.
Like the tongue, The
tongue, whatever. The water, light, electricity thing.
With the fingers,
lame. It's nothing creative and like stupid, weird.
Yeah.
It's just, the whole thing was fucking boring.
But yeah. One apprentice, one copycat, I feel like would have been good. Like, you do The Apprentice a couple movies after John Kramer dies. That's fine. And then either the movie of / the movie after you kill The Apprentice, you bring in the copycat. And then you do, like, a couple movies on that. But you can't do 6 apprentices and 6 copycats and all that. That's just not how it works.
Yeah.
And I'm obviously being like hyperbole about there being 6 different apprentices and copycats. Obviously, I just don't remember the exact number, of course, because
too many.
Yeah,
too many for me.
There's a plot line that I do think about that I thought was funny. Well, that I think about sometimes. I don't remember what movie it's from, but the guy selling like books and being like, "Yeah, I was in a saw trap." And then he's actually put in a saw trap, and he's like, do it. I don't remember what movie that's from, but I think that concept's really funny.
I think that's from 4.
Makes sense. Because it's just barely on the brink of my memory, but I don't remember what movie it's from, so 4 makes sense.
Like, 1 is they're in the room the whole time. Everyone remembers 1.
Yeah.
2 is you meet Scott Kramer in person through the whole movie, and they're like, save your kid, but your kid's actually sitting right next to Scott Kramer the entire movie. Mm-hmm. That's the big twist at the end, but like the guy wasn't patient, so the kid died or something.
Yeah.
And then the third one is the one guy trying to find his wife, and he's trying to save / kill the people who wronged him throughout his life, and at the end he has a choice to save his wife or not by going through a door.
And then loses everybody.
And then, he literally, his whole family and everyone around him dies. And then the fourth one is... The movie starts with them going through John Kramer's dead body, and they find a recording inside of his mouth that he ate in the third one.
And then there's like a bunch of criminals, and then the Hoffman is kind of introduced in there.
And then everything after 4, I straight up don't remember anything.
I think Hoffman gets his own movie in 5, but I honestly don't remember.
I think the only thing I remember is I think it's in 7... The biggest, craziest twist of them all at the very end is the guy from 1 was secretly an apprentice of John Kramer after the end of the first
blonde
movie.
Guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was
I vaguely remember that, but not really.
And I was like, that's cool enough to wrap it all back around to where it ends.
Yeah. But...
Because everyone wondered what happened to him, because he never got mentioned.
Yeah. Because a lot of the movies at the beginning... of the next one, you usually just see the person who was left ambiguous die. Like, the other guy that was in the first one. Like, Amanda just suffocated him. And then the detective that was trying to save his son, I'm pretty sure Amanda killed him. I don't remember.
Yeah, Amanda killed him.
Yeah.
He goes into the room where... It's been like days and days where the guy from the first movie had just decayed there after Amanda killed him. And then, I think she hits him over the head. Like,
I don't want to say it was a mistake, like, concluding what happened, but I did like the open-endedness of, like, could they have gotten out or whatever? Just leaving game over and closing the door. But I think Amanda killing them's kind of lame.
But I mean, that's the whole part of Amanda's character, though. She's just a crazy psychopath. And, like,
she's the cleanup.
I think it was a good idea, but I think they both, John Kramer and her, should have stayed around for a little bit longer, because her whole existence is to prove that what John Kramer was doing didn't work. Mm-hmm. Because she was the first person who... She was the very first person who didn't die, right? Yeah. And at first, it looked like it was starting to work, and then she had a new outlook on life and everything like that, and then... like, that's the sole test for her in the third movie, is, like, if she's actually reformed or not, and it proved that it didn't work.
Yeah, I wish both of them would have stayed around longer. Like, I think
she's a good foil to him.
Yeah. In my head, what I feel like would have been better if a couple movies after 3, John Kramer's like, hey, you're kind of a psychopath. You're not following my Kree or whatever. And she's like, no, fuck you. This is the new Kree. Fucking kills him. And then she goes on and does her own stuff until she's inevitably killed and then a copycat. I mean, I'm not much of a writer, but I am dissatisfied.
Yeah, so Spiral sucked.
Yeah.
It was like a 2 out of 10.
We keep talking about Saw because it...
Yeah, because all the other movies have more shit to talk about.
Yeah.
This movie, like, nothing fucking happens in it. Pick a number. Let's talk about something else.
2.
Nope.
1.
I don't know if I want to talk about 1.
Let me see it.
It's Berserk.
Okay. Well, another time then.
Pick a number.
It's gonna be so long.
All right, I'll pick Rick and Morty.
Okay, fine. But it's gonna be so long before we get to Berserk. I'm gonna be like, oh, let's choose 1 or whatever number it's gonna be next time.
I just don't want to talk about Berserk.
Every episode is gonna be like, I don't want to talk about Berserk this time. Okay, next time. I don't want to talk about the Berserk.
And honestly, it'll probably be like that because I really don't want to talk about Berserk.
Hey man, it's a good thing that we don't have followers because they'd be like, talk about Berserk now! You've said let's do it in the next episode like 5 episodes ago.
Because I can't say my opinions about Berserk or I'm going to get skewered online.
Yeah. So, what, Rick and Morty?
Yeah, so season 5 Rick and Morty episode 1 dropped. What'd you think of that?
It wasn't funny, but I did like the little side plot line / main plot line. I can never tell with Rick and Morty because it does the side plot.
It's the A and B plot.
Yeah, the A and B plot kind of make it.
That's how. Do you not? So.
Well, no. I know what an A and B plot is, but a lot of the time
they converge into one. That's the.
No. You're not listening to what I'm saying. It's hard to tell what either or is, kind of. Because a lot of the time it's like, there's A, and then there's B. And then they're, together. But it seemed like they were kind of on equal footing, at least to me.
I don't think so. Because it starts off with Aquaman as the A plot, and the whole thing
which was really weird.
And then the whole B plot is incited because of Aquaman to get him wine.
Yeah.
So, and then it ends with Aquaman.
Okay.
So, he's the big A plot, and the other stuff's like Morty's shit.
Yeah. I thought the B plot of this episode was really interesting.
Yeah, A plot was kind of boring. All the
you're my nemesis.
Yeah, it was just
I want to have a threesome.
And I agree, I didn't find anything really funny, but all the B plot stuff was fun. I was never bored. I thought it was interesting.
Yeah. The animation, I can tell, has gotten really refined. Especially because I love that they put the same clip that they used from the beginning always as the beginning clip of their opening.
I like that they released the first episode for free on YouTube for anyone who hasn't watched it yet. You can watch for free on their channel.
Yeah. But B-Plot was really good. It leaves me wanting more. I want to see more of what happened.
Yeah.
But I feel like it also gave a perfect amount to leave me satisfied just enough.
I feel like right now with Rick and Morty, I'm just waiting for Evil Morty to come back because I know it's going to happen in this season. It's pretty obvious that it's going to happen in this season because it was supposed to happen last season, but they had to cut it for reasons they didn't talk about.
I know they were just doing like a dumb bit, but what the fuck was up with the beginning of this episode? With them in peril, and then they're like...
I mean, that's how a lot of the episodes start.
Yeah. I get it's a bit, but I'm like, when you do that too often, it's like... What are you doing?
I mean, as much as people want to fight me on this, it's just another Family Guy.
Yeah.
It's got to start stupid and just go along with it. It's smarter than Family Guy, but like, if you say it's not just another adult cartoon that has like a very minor to no end plot, I mean, you're right.
It's probably one of the better ones. I mean, the animation production's a lot better than like any of them. Because a lot of the time they're not just still... Yeah. They're not the same...
They're not still images with mouths, like, flapping, yeah.
Yeah, and it's not the same one over and over and over and over and over and over and over again.
It's weird, because, like... I think that, like, shit like Family Guy is super dead now. Same with American Dad, kind of for me. But, like, I feel like since those episodes are always one-off, you can turn on any episode from it, and you, like, either won't be bored, or if you didn't laugh, there's always another one-off episode.
Yeah.
And I find them a lot more entertaining than, like, 90% of Rick and Morty's one-off episodes. And I only find when Rick and Morty has a plot to be interesting at all.
Yeah.
Like, when... The bird person shit was going on, I'm like, all right, I'm into this. And then when he came back as Phoenix person, I was like, all right, I like this.
It always feels like it's wasting time when it's just doing a filler.
Yeah, and anytime there's like a filler episode that's supposed to be jokey and funny, most of the time I never find it entertaining. Like in season 3, that episode about like the superhero people, thought it sucked. It wasn't funny.
Like,
and then
because everybody's actually here for a plot and they always get like such short seasons for some reason, it's like, get on with it, give me something.
I'm just waiting
worth watching.
Yeah, I just need something to bite on, because anytime because this episode I'm like, yeah, this is neat as a one-off, but I kind of just want to get back to like the actual plot,
because they've been baiting a lot of shit for, especially Eva Morty, since season 1, right? Do something with that. Give me fucking something.
They tried to do shit in season 4 with it, because they imply how the story is going to end with that stupid one-off train episode.
I don't remember what you're talking about, but I vaguely understand what you're saying.
And there's an episode last season about like a train that is like potential plot lines for the entire series, and one of the potential plot lines they go in is a future where Evil Morty runs and has a giant army of Meeksieks, and he has like an eye patch and a fucking giant spear thing, and he's about to kill them.
Didn't season 4 end off with like everybody hating Rick, and they just kind of forgot about it?
Yeah, and that's the problem I have with Rick and Morty too, that if you try to argue that it's not like every other like Family Guy, American Dad, because every season kind of ends like acting like something happened when most of the time it didn't. The only one that I can say did matter was 2 to 3, but then 3 doesn't matter, and then 4 doesn't matter.
The whole thing with like Beth and her clone or whatever.
Yeah, it goes nowhere.
And it's just complete, like, maybe episode 2 they'll talk about it, but I feel like that's kind of a mistake to, use your first episode as filler.
It's because every episode of Rick and Morty that like involves kind of plot stuff that's not completely relevant to like the bigger shit kind of just thrown away, because it's like, at the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really matter. Because like that's what they keep doing with Rick's depression. It's like every season you'll get like 2 or 3 episodes dedicated to sad Rick, then the sad musical play, and it's like
Jessica,
and it's like and like Jessica too, where she's just a plot device for Morty to like go around and do shit, but like
they're not. I know that because of what we're talking about right now, they're not going to bring up her basically like timeless.
I guarantee you, I'll call it right now. I guarantee you, she will not appear for the rest of the season unless it's in like one-off scenes every other episode or something. She'll never get an episode dedicated to her this entire season.
Yeah. And when she comes back, they're not going to be her that mindless, like, I know everything.
Yeah, it'll be probably like factory reset, yeah. Because that's what most adult cartoons are. See, I want it to be one of either way. I want it to, if you're going to do the plot shit, that's interesting, do the plot shit. That's what I want to see. But if you're not going to do it and you just want to do like the funny one-off gag shit, just do that. I want one or the other, and they just keep trying to like teeter-totter both ways. And that's why I'm not like fully on board.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm going to keep watching, and I'm interested enough to want to know what happens. But like at the same time, I'm like, if I miss a week's episode when it drops, I'm not going to freak out about it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be like on the edge of my seat waiting like, oh, when's the new episode drop? I'm ready for this new Rick and Morty. I'm not going to be like that. I'm just gonna be like, all right.
And I feel like if you do get a really good episode this season, that's like, oh shit, what's going to happen next? The next episode is going to be filler.
Yeah. Because right now, the first episode is filler. And this is already shaping up to me like kind of like season 4 did, where it's like more than half the season is filler nonsense. And I argue, like, because like season 1 is pretty meh. Season 2 is actually the best season. I don't think anyone will argue on it. 3 is terrible. Season 3 sucks. And then 4 is just better than season 3, but it's still not good. And I think it's going to be another season 4 where it's like, every once in a while it's okay, and then it'll probably just end with sad Rick again. The only thing I'm looking forward to is I'm like 80% sure there will be at least one Evil Morty episode to forward the plot. And then after that happens, I probably won't tune in until it's over or something.
One thing I do like now is that a lot of the like more active, cringier fan base has died down. Like there isn't like
nothing's fucking happened.
There's no weirdos that are like, oh yeah, I watch Rick and Morty.
No, nothing's happened since that one singular good episode, and it's so funny. Season 3 is the worst season, but it also has the best episode of any of the entire show.
Yeah, I feel like I can enjoy. Funny, it's getting worse, but I can enjoy it more now that people aren't too into it. That people aren't like, watch Rick and Morty, it's so good.
I didn't see a single person talk about it on Twitter when it dropped the same day, which surprised me. So I think this really is like, all right, it exists. We'll come back to it. Like, I bet people freak out about when something actually happens. Like when Evil Morty happens or something.
Yeah, it'll probably be trending on Twitter.
It'll be like, oh my god, did you guys see the new Rick
Evil Morty?
Ooh, so crazy and shit like that. Other than that, I'm just like, okay, it's there. It gives me something to watch on Sundays. But if I miss a week, I'm not going to care.
Yeah.
Because I got more important shit to watch and review.
Filler really just isn't.
Like, and there is filler that's, like, super funny. Like, everyone loves the interdimensional cable episodes. Because those are, like, fucking great. They're hilarious.
Two brothers.
They're super good. But I think they're kind of sick of doing them, it seems like. Because that's why they replaced what it was in season 3. Because it's the Morty's Mind Blowers instead.
I don't remember that.
There's a whole episode about Morty and Rick, and they lose their memories, and they're locked in a room, and they put the weird shit on top of this helmet thing that gives them memories they had.
That was improvised?
Yeah.
Huh.
And that was supposed to be their interdimensional cable episode for that season. Because they said they're going to do one each season. That's like a television filler.
That's probably the best bit, though. I think that's one of the best bits in the show.
And honestly, already, I'm kind of like, I don't know if this one's going to be good, because if you noticed, in this first episode, they joke about the, like, interdimensional cable thing off screen.
Nintendo 69.
Yeah, and I was like, this is really not funny. Can we please move along? And they keep bringing it up. I was like, all right, we get it. It's funny, because 69, because sex, woo.
Yeah.
It's funny, because sex.
Right. 69.
I like improvised humor, but it gets to a point where I'm like, okay, the joke is funny, I guess, and it keeps going on, and you know it's improvised, and at some point you just kind of get like yeah, but we'll probably talk about it again when something's actually happened. I don't think we're going to talk about it in the next episode, probably even the ones after that, unless something happens.
Yeah, unless something happens. Whoa, Evil Morty.
I mean, but we do have something to say about another show that has an episode.
Dave.
Loki.
Oh.
Yeah, because we haven't even talked about Dave on the show yet.
Oh.
Yeah, so we saw episode 2 of Loki.
Yeah, we saw it.
What do you think?
Next topic.
What do you think?
It wasn't as head hurting as the first one, but
Female Loki.
Lady Loki, I guess. I don't know. And it's an opportunity for Marvel to really, show diversity and show their support.
It is really strange that people are getting mad because I didn't even know who Lady Loki was before this. Mm-hmm. It was really weird that people were getting mad that, like, they're not making Loki trans and whatever the fuck it was. Like, I just, okay, it's not fucking important.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this episode, I don't have much to say. It was better than the first one, because the first one's a travesty.
I don't think you could get worse than the first one.
Yeah, the first episode's pretty shit.
I even though the salad bit was stupid, I do always appreciate, like, the no stop, like, humor. Like, don't do that. Like, the just crush, like, apathetic, like, don't do that to my salad. Like, it was stupid, but that kind of humor is always funny to me. I just dropped my phone.
You want to move along?
Sure, because fuck Loki.
We can talk about Dave now.
What's
Dave, season 2, episode 1 and 2.
Hi, I'm Dave.
Episode 1 and 2, because they dropped 2 episodes instead of 1.
Yeah, that was weird.
It was fucking weird.
Really intense. Like, people arguing, even on TV, is like, whoa, what's going on?
It can be sometimes very stressful.
Yeah.
I guess because we didn't have the podcast before season 1 was happening, I don't think. So you give your quick thoughts about season 1. What'd you think?
I don't remember. I thought it was really good, funny, but really fucking weird.
The whole show is fucking weird. It kind of reminds me of like...
Fuck me silly.
It's weird. It has some the whole romance shit is a total cliche. Mm-hmm. But like, I don't know. I find it entertaining. It's really uncomfortable to watch, but it's kind of neat.
Yeah. I
give it like a 7 out of 10 for the first season. And this season's starting off really fucking weird, so maybe...
And intense.
Yeah, so... I don't... For the plot of it in season 2, I don't really have anything to say about it yet.
Yeah, nothing has really happened at the same time. A lot has happened, like, at the same time.
I still really like Gaeta. I think he's a super good character.
Yeah. Yeah, not a lot has really happened in the first 2 episodes. It just feels like a lot has happened because, like, all the talking over each other and, like, stuff like that.
I think we'll do a final topic for today.
Okay.
Because this one will take a while.
Okay.
So we watched a movie.
Hold on.
What?
Hold on. Can you hear me? Okay.
We watched a movie.
Oh, God. What was it? What movie?
And this will take us a little bit to talk about. Or at least I think so. Mm-hmm. Because I wanted to talk about it.
Oh! Is it what I think it is? Did I like the movie?
It's King Kong vs. Godzilla.
Yeah!
so we watched... I'd already seen it. This is my second time seeing it.
Yeah.
King Kong vs. Godzilla.
It's really good. What?
Once again, we never had the podcast before. Previous thoughts on King of Monsters. You haven't seen 2014 Godzilla, so...
I thought we did talk about it.
I don't think we did.
I know this isn't part of the Monsterverse, but I really like Shin Godzilla. It's pretty good. But King of Monsters, I'm having trouble remembering scenes from King of Monsters.
It's a big fight. The whole movie's a big fight.
After watching this one, because I'm like, when did Godzilla do this? Was it in this movie?
And there's lightning, and Godzilla fucking dies,
and Mothra fucking dies.
And Rodan
I don't remember.
Starscream.
I don't remember specifics of the movie at the moment, but I remember it being really good. I liking it.
King Kong vs. Godzilla.
There was a lot of dumb shit. A lot of it.
Yeah, it's really fun.
But it was fucking epic, dude!
All these movies are stupid as shit, but they're really fun.
But what are you expecting some highly intelligent, like 90 million IQ bullshit? No, you're expecting some big fucking monsters to punch the shit out of each other.
This is my kind of Resident Evil franchise.
No, yours is fucking FNAF. Don't fucking...
Okay, well that too, because FNAF is just as retarded.
No, because this is not trying to take itself seriously. It's supposed to be fun and like, yeah, fucking punch each other in the face. Because FNAF and Resident Evil try to take each other seriously sometimes. And that's what makes it garbage.
Fucking...
Oh, I guess we could quickly mention Scott.
No, we're saving that for another time. It's on the topic list, but we'll talk about that another time.
Okay.
I want to wait to see if anything more comes from it.
Sure.
Yeah, so plot of this movie is they needed to get King Kong to the Hollow Earth to get the shit, to do the thing because Mechagodzilla, and that's pretty much the whole plot.
What were they planning on doing about them both being like the apex, like King of Monsters bullshit? Because they're like, oh yeah, they're gonna fight to the end, but what were they planning on doing?
Well, the whole reason the people at Monarch were keeping King Kong under wraps is so he didn't get fucking murdered by Godzilla, because they actually like to have him around because they know he is kind of like a good guy, and Godzilla is more unpredictable as like a force of nature.
Yeah.
And since they're both apexes, they sense each other just like how Ghidorah and Godzilla could sense each other in the last one.
So were they planning on pulling him back or just keeping them in Hollow Earth, or...
For King Kong, they were giving him a better place so that he could actually stand. Because remember, King Kong was getting sick of being in there because he kept throwing fucking trees and breaking the place apart. Because he's like, I hate this place. It's too small for me because I'm getting bigger and it sucks and I want to go do shit, etc.
Okay, because it was just really funny that Godzilla literally blasted a hole through the earth.
Oh, there's so much hilarious shit in this movie. It's incredibly stupid.
And then I was thinking about it. I'm like, what were they planning to do about the two of them?
The whole general plan was just like, we need to find a place where King Kong will be safe and not fucking die. Because we know Godzilla will wreck his shit like he obviously would.
Yeah.
And he can't stay here because this place is too small.
I do like how they executed, like, the verses in this movie. It did it super well, I think.
The verses?
Yeah, instead of being like, oh, it's a draw.
Oh, yeah. I like that there's an actual winner.
Yeah. It's just, you can totally tell.
I didn't like the Godzilla characters, people.
Yeah,
the
they
Godzilla
sucked.
humans sucked. Although the King Kong were
humans,
actually pretty good.
Yeah, I like the little girl.
The little girl was pretty good, and her mom was all right.
And I said this to you in the car, but recently, two new movies have had deaf characters, and for some reason, they do really well with deaf character sound design. As much as that may sound weird, but like the silent or like nearly muted parts that they do are almost always like really good.
And just like King of Monsters, I didn't talk about this before, but King of Monsters has some amazing shots. Mm-hmm. Like when Mothra in like the rain and shit, and then the rain with King Kong in this where they're touching fingers. Like there's some really pretty shots that I would just keep as like a wallpaper or something on my computer or something. They're really good looking.
Home.
The CGI never really, there's not a scene where like it looks bad.
Yeah.
At least to me. There's no part that I thought looked weird. The technology in this movie takes a ridiculous leap. But I feel like it was the only way to make Mechagodzilla even here, and these movies are already stupid. Yeah.
I mean, how do you get to Hollow Earth to...
It's stupid. Yeah. It's all fucking dumb.
The fucking putting the axe in the earth and it makes Godzilla...
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's this movie's so fucking dumb.
Yeah.
All the fight scenes were neat.
Mm-hmm.
I think the fight scenes in...
I love how they were smirking at each other.
Oh, it's hilarious. I like how much personality there is in the monsters.
Yeah, their fate, like we said, is basically...
Jotaro,
you're approaching me.
What are you doing here? You have an axe now. That's pretty cool.
That's from my scales. This is my dorsal fin.
I like the parallels between this and King of Monsters in the way where King of Monsters was the movie to take Godzilla kind of down a peg, where a crazy-ass monster wrecks his shit and fucking kills him, and then the humans need to bring him back with an explosion, and then that Godzilla gets mass power up, and all that shit I just said happens again in this movie for King Kong, but his monster's Godzilla. This is more of King Kong's King of Monsters movie than it is Godzilla vs. King Kong.
Yeah. But Godzilla and all his parts are really good.
Godzilla's super fucking intimidating in this movie, too.
Yeah.
I love the scene, like, where he blows up the ships and the fire around him and he's just, like, looking out.
Yeah, and I love, not Godzilla intimidation specifically, but like you pointed out, the parallel with, I almost said Shin Godzilla. Mechagodzilla and regular Godzilla with, Ghidorah.
Oh, yeah, Ghidorah opening up Godzilla's mouth because it's the same way he killed Ghidorah. Yeah, it's pretty sick.
Oh, man. When you see the pilot get disconnected from the actual Mechagodzilla, and you see him turning through the fucking glass, it's super cool. It's like, oh shit.
Oh, he's coming.
Oh, he's coming. Who that? It's Ghidorah.
This movie's so fucking silly.
Why is his brainwaves in his skull? I don't know. Shut up. It's fucking cool.
There's this movie, just like the other ones, with the definition of shut up, it's cool.
Except it's not fucking annoying, like, hey, shut up, it's cool. Like, it's like, you know what? Just shut up. It's cool.
You came here to see big monsters fucking fight.
It's like, what do you expect? You know? It's not like, I came here for a plot. What is going on? No, shut up.
I think a good comparison is like Godzilla, especially the Legendary universe, which is this one, for anyone who doesn't know, because it's not Toho. A good comparison to this is like if you go to a wrestling match and expect there to be a good plot between why these wrestlers hate each other. You came here to see the wrestlers punch each other. That is why you paid the ticket.
But why does Jake Paul and Floyd Mayweather hate each other?
It's like, you don't fucking care. You came to see two guys punch. And instead in that one they hug because they're fun like that. But like
silly goose.
But that's why if people complain that, oh man, it don't make any sense. There's not information. You got exactly what you paid for.
How does a giant fucking monkey and a giant fucking lizard make sense to you in the first place?
I think the only complaint from something like that, like critique-wise, that I could understand if you didn't like was like, if you didn't think any of the action was particularly good or interesting, and you're like, I didn't feel like I got what I paid for it, then I'd be like, all right, I understand. If you didn't like it, you didn't like it. I understand. Because if you didn't like the action, there's pretty much nothing else that you'd want from this.
Yeah, it's an.
If you saw all the action and you're like, I didn't find any of it creative.
It's not for you.
then you won't like it if you don't want to see big monsters fight.
I love the setting between the actual, like, the big fight between Godzilla and King Kong, because I love the lights. I love the way, like, the setting really is. Cool. I'm kind of disappointed that it suddenly jumped to daytime when Shin Godzilla. Yeah. But I kind of understand, because it is a robot, you kind of want to show off the robot. You got to show off the big dumb fucking robot. Yeah.
Everyone had Mortal Kombat intros.
Yeah.
And they had Mortal Kombat executions and fatalities.
Yeah.
It was fucking rad.
I'm just like thinking about it, and I'm like, yeah, that was so cool.
It's super fun. I'm excited to hopefully they make another one. I don't know.
And you were saying that you now respect King Kong.
Yeah, because before I didn't give a shit about King Kong, but now he seems like a Chad. I like him.
The fact that
he totally got his ass beat though.
I don't know if it's like specifically a reference to Coco the gorilla. You know Coco, right?
I have no idea what that is.
It was a gorilla that they had like a long time ago. Died like maybe
Harambe.
A decade. Not Harambe, but it was Coco the gorilla that they were teaching sign language.
Oh yeah, I do know that. Yeah.
So I don't know if they were specifically referencing that, but I thought it was really neat.
Yeah, and that blew my mind at the time too. Like when I first saw the movie, and I was like, "Holy shit, he can fucking talk! That's fucking rad! I love that."
Yeah.
And I like all the weird history lore you get with King Kong in the back too. Just like in King of Monsters, you get Godzilla lore in his home, and this one you get King Kong lore with his home, and it's neat. Mm-hmm. I like all this shit. It is literally just King Kong's King of Monsters movie.
Yeah.
So. I think the original design of Mechagodzilla is better. I don't like this one as much.
I don't have any knowledge of that, so
I'll bring it up.
I don't have an opinion. I thought all the kills were pretty cool. Like, I don't remember if there was a lot of them, but like when he goes into fucking King Kong, when he goes into Hollow Earth and he rips off that fucking thing's head and starts eating from it, super cool. I didn't like the visuals too much in Hollow Earth. It was beautiful and all that, but for some reason it just didn't. For me, I didn't like it. Like the composition, the whatever. I know you liked it, but for some reason, it was so off-putting. I just didn't like it, and I can't really give you a reason why. I just didn't, and that's all I can really give you. But, excuse me. Did you find it yet? I'm
trying to find a good image of it. I found their cool ass because I preferably like the Godzilla, Mechagodzilla 2 / Mechagodzilla Kiryu. I like those two the best. Mm-hmm. Because normal Mechagodzilla, which I can show you, is pretty lame. He's so goofy and stupid looking. And then like this third one is the one I like. That I think looks pretty sick. I'm trying to find a good image of that.
That's a pretty okay. I mean, he looks kind of like that, and I like that look better than our weird. This one's more robotic and has less Godzilla look on him.
Yeah. Forgot what I was gonna say.
Is there anything in this movie that you felt like you didn't get or wanted to see?
I don't know what I was expecting, but I think I got...
Because remember, you mentioned, when we were in the car, you mentioned you wanted to see, like, Mothra or something.
Oh, well, okay. I said I knew that this movie would have been too crowded if they had Mothra, but I'm a little disappointed that they didn't, like, even mention her.
I'm disappointed that there's no after credit teasing another movie.
I mean, this was supposed to be the last one, wasn't it?
Yeah. Godzilla's axe, or King Kong's axe is fucking sick. It's really cool.
What's the brand or whatever you want to get the axe from?
It's, so for any listeners who are above the age of 18 and have a shit ton of money on their hand, Prime One Studios is a really good statue company that makes really insanely high quality statues that are fucking fabulous, but they're also really pricey. Mm-hmm. And they made recently, for $799, you can buy King Kong's axe, and it is like fucking humongous. It lights up. It has its own stand that charges the axe from Godzilla's dorsal fin, and it's really fucking cool, and I love it. But I'm also homeless, so I can't.
Don't say that.
So I can't buy that.
Don't say that. You're not homeless.
I'm Godzilla-less, and so I'm sad. But yeah, so if you have money and you like to purchase something like that, go to Prime One Studios website.
Or if you want to donate to the cause.
And use discount code PRODUCE for 10% off your next
We don't have a disclaimer. We do not have a code. Don't try it.
Try it anyway.
No, don't try it.
Hopefully it'll work.
We're not getting sued for this.
It's okay. I want to be sponsored. Prime One Studio sponsor us. I love your shit.
Give us the axe. Hand it over.
Yeah, you don't have to pay me. If you give me the axe, I'll be happy.
Even though it's probably worth more than like a regular sponsorship.
Oh yeah, it'd be way more than sponsorship. They put their heart and soul into those statues. They're all incredible. Yeah. You guys, Prime One Studios, you guys do a great job.
Yeah. Would you rather have no axe but big money,
or a million lions,
or big axe but no monies,
or no bacon? All the games.
All the games. I was trying to specifically not say that, but you know what I mean. You know what I was talking about.
We're gonna get copyright struck in by Chuckle
by
Sandwich.
A fucking joke. Yeah. You can copyright jokes now.
Yeah, fuck it. TM.
You can copyright like
Yo Mama TM. There you go.
Oh shit, it's mine Doug.
Now. It's mine
Everybody
now.
making a Joe Mama joke is copyright strike.
Guys, the imposter from Among
Us. Shut up. No. You know what? Fuck yeah, I'm ending this podcast.
What do you mean you're ending this podcast?
I'm no longer your co-host.
What?
Just kidding.
You're bruising my pears.
You're multiple?
Yeah. I got 2 of them. My pear children.
It's what? I thought you were talking about stupid thing for balls. Ooh.
Yeah, my
She said balls in that
my pearsticles.
All right, you can finish this off by yourself. Nope. I'm not going to say a word.
It's my pearsticles. Prime One Studios, please sponsor us. Yeah, but I thought out of all the MonsterVerse movies in this universe, this was the best one. Yeah. Even though I think the action and the previous one was better.
You're biased.
How am I biased?
Because it's just Godzilla straight
Well,
up.
I genuinely think the action is better in that one.
Uh-huh.
Although I think, and I also think there's cooler shots of the monsters, like good, screen grabs. It's funny. I can rank each movie on different aspects that one does better at. 2014 Godzilla has the best Godzilla roar. And all of them, and it's sick. It's goes on for 40 seconds, and it's the fucking raddest shit ever.
Damn, I might need to listen to that then.
But I think King of Monsters has the best cinematography. Mm-hmm. This one probably has the best plot. And then
action,
I'd give it to King of Monsters. Mainly because you got a big variety, because there's a bunch of different monsters, and this one's all King Kong and Godzilla. Characters. I didn't like any of the ones besides this one with the King Kong people.
Yeah.
Because all the people in 2014 Godzilla for me suck, but people say they like them. I think they're all terrible. I guess
we gotta watch King Kong at some point.
Yeah, yeah, we haven't seen Skull Island, mind you, so I'm not putting that a part of this.
It's probably gonna be garbage because I'm pretty sure it was made before all of these.
No. It was made after. It was made right after 2014 Godzilla. It came before King of Monsters.
Really?
Yeah, and just nobody talked about it because nobody really cared about King Kong.
Wasn't Loki in it? Tom Hiddleston?
I have no idea.
Hold on. I'm pretty sure it was. Let me fact check.
I don't think you're right about that.
I'm pretty sure I'm right.
I guess we have to talk about Loki because it's connected to the MCU.
No, we're not talking about Loki!
So you see Loki.
No, we're not talking about Loki!
Loki and King Kong Skull Island. So that means MCU Godzilla with the Infinity Gauntlets.
But I really like what they did about the King Kong trope with, like, love human woman.
Yeah.
I like how they kind of twisted it a little bit and made it better, in my opinion.
I like, instead of giving King Kong lightning powers, they gave him a cool-ass axe.
That kind of makes sense in a way that it doesn't, but it's still cool.
I think this one actually makes enough sense. Like, it's from a previous Godzilla's fucking dorsal fin.
Mm-hmm.
And they just stabbed it on a piece of wood and you fucking made it work.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't even think it was wood. I think that was a skull crawler's bone.
That's fucking Loki. Loki.
So it's connected to the MCU.
No, it's not.
So to get ready for King Kong Skull Island of Monsters, you have to watch Loki and Endgame, Infinity War, and Black Widow. Oh fuck, we're gonna have to review Black Widow when it comes out. That's in like 2 weeks.
I don't like women.
You don't like women?
What's weird is this picture, it's very blurry. Oh, now it's not. But none of these people are the people that we see.
It's the same in King of Monsters. All the people in King of Monsters aren't in 2014 Godzilla.
What?
That's why I think this whole universe, when it comes to humans, is like the weirdest thing because they clearly don't know what they want to do. And I know that for Skull Island to this one too. All the humans in the King Kong and this one aren't in that movie.
What?
The only time they've ever been connected with the humans is this one to King of Monsters.
That's really weird. I thought.
Nope.
Don't fucking note me before
I've seen all these movies.
Like,
I've seen all these movies at least twice.
I thought the end of the movie to 2014 was the family and like the.
That's the beginning of King of Monsters. They implied that it happened in the 2014 Godzilla, but you never see any of these characters in the 2014 Godzilla.
That's fucking weird.
They just add that scene in, like, and also this was happening with another family in the same area.
I kind of hate that.
Yeah.
Actually, I do hate that.
I think you would really hate 2014 Godzilla, and I don't know why people like it, because it's the whole movie's about, like, a military soldier guy and his family. It's like, oh, I'm a military guy, and I haven't seen my family in years because military. And then he gets connected with Monarch for some reason. I can't remember. The movie's super fucking boring, and Godzilla only gets like 2 fights in the whole thing.
It's a Godzilla movie.
Most of the movie is just talking.
It can't be worse than that Godzilla movie that I was showing you, that I told you about, that I have on DVD back home.
Oh, Godzuki. Godzuki's piece of shit. Never watched Godzilla from 1989? 1990? Yeah, it's bad. That movie's shit. Yeah, monsters.
Yeah, I'm trying to look up the scene that you're talking about, or the roar.
You can't play it right now.
No, I'm not, but I'm preparing it for when we
It starts with a really good establishing shot at an airport with all the humans, and then like you hear his footsteps in the background. And it's the first time you see Godzilla in the movie.
Okay.
And then like you hear the footsteps. And then it does this really good shot, and then the classic music's playing behind him with his original theme, and it goes with the camera, and it's like this intimidating fucking roar.
Of course I never would have paid no mind to it if you hadn't pointed it out, like most things, but I do find it really cool that all the monsters for, like, this kind of universe type thing is kind of unorthodox. Like,
what do you mean?
It's not like not a dragon, but like a generic dinosaur roar or a generic like dragon roar, like that you might expect. Like you were telling me about King Ghidorah's fucking stuff in like the more original, not Western. Like I can't describe it. I don't remember, but I know it's not like a traditional roar what you'd expect.
It's really interesting, and how they create the sounds is even more interesting. It's like how Star Wars makes their laser sound effects by hitting, the fucking wire shit. It's like they do really cool shit to make these really interesting noises.
I'm also thinking, unrelated to the noises kind of, but the one clip of the actress in the suit doing the roars while she's doing like the suit, that kind of reminds me of your niece.
I think out of the roars for Godzilla specifically, this Legendary Universe has the best one, because Godzilla's roar in this one is a fusion of I'm going to have to be a nerd for a second. Is a fusion of the original Toho series Godzilla, which is the very first Godzilla, his roar, fused with, I forgot the universe's name, that's 2 or 3 universes after that one, and it's the background pitch of that one fused together at the end, and that's where the at the end that you always hear, that's that mixed with the original roar of that one, and it's tuned up so it sounds louder. And they just fused the noises together to make cool big noise, and I like that.
I should do a bunch of Godzilla research so that we can have a Godzilla like.
And it's the same with Ghidorah for this one. They fused it with the older classic one, the fucking weird fucking noises, and they fused that together.
Yeah, I do like how unorthodox their fucking roars are.
They're so fucking neat. I love that shit. It's so cool and interesting.
But yeah, we need to have like a Godzilla episode at some point.
If you know more about Godzilla.
That's what I was saying. I need to do more research and maybe do like a half-hour bit.
You fucking God baby. Got baby.
All right, we're ending it now.
What the fuck?
What are we at?
An hour and 30. We could probably end it if you want to.
Yeah.
You want to?
Yeah. I mean, unless you got some ending things to say about Godzilla.
Look if there's any other short topic we could cover really quick.
Okay.
We took care of a lot of stuff on here.
What about 2?
2 is just that I've been working out and losing weight.
Yay! I'm proud of you. I'm so happy for you.
I've lost 40 pounds in the last couple of months.
Yeah, good
job! Short topic. We were planning to do a drunk cast.
Which we will be doing in the future.
At some point.
Yeah.
Whenever that happens.
But what happened is we were, getting drunk, and we were going to be like...
Yeah, I had my 21st birthday, by the way, so this is technically our birthday episode.
Maybe, I don't know. But we were going to do it, but we're like, we gotta eat first. Like, we were buzzed / pretty drunk. And we're like, we gotta eat first, we're really hungry. I'm so hungry. And then we were waiting for, like, the McDonald's DoorDash, and we got really tired, and we are just like, eat, go bed. And then we passed out.
Oh, yeah, another short topic. We watched half of Daphne and Velma.
Yep. Okay, end topic. It's done.
It's a new Scooby-Doo movie that came out in 2018, so that's how
Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, it's new that way.
New in 2018.
Yeah, 2018 that nobody talked about. It's really bad.
Yep. Okay.
So anyway, the movie starts off with...
No, I don't want to talk about Daphne and Velma.
Why not?
You can talk about it yourself. I don't want to.
So, they're both strong, independent women who need no man. And Mango really enjoyed the movie. So, basically, she gave it a solid 8 out of 10. I can respect that as a woman myself. Yeah.
Yeah. My non-binary boobs hurt.
Shut the fuck up.
What?
I think that's the end of the episode. I looked through the topics and deleted all the ones we didn't have. Also, no, neither of us lost, I don't think.
Yeah, because I'm so good.
Yeah, but I didn't lose either.
Yeah, but you usually do, because you fucking suck.
Shut up. I beat you this time, you loser.
Yeah, okay.
We got through 14 of the topics. I only have 3 topics left on here.
Oh.
So, paced ourselves really well, because we went over shit really fast this time, because there wasn't a lot to say about some of the things.
Yeah.
We might have more to say about Loki tomorrow, because tomorrow's a new episode, and then...
I can't believe it's only going to be Wednesday tomorrow. I feel like I've gone through an entire week already.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to Thursday. Thursday is going to suck for me.
Hey, people, give us money so that we could do this full time.
Yeah, I would much rather do this full time.
I want to do YouTube so bad, dude.
And whenever we can figure out our other channel stuff, that's still a secret right now. Then
I'm just going to mention this just because I love progress and listening back to other things that it's like, hey, I remember when I first talked about that. But I'm planning on building us a computer so that we can really start doing YouTube seriously.
Because no one knows this, I'm using a really terrible HP Chromebook, and it's like one from like 2010, and it's a piece of shit, and it can barely hold my files or anything. So
I'm planning on building like a really decent enough but good computer if I can. But at the time of recording, according to my uncle who knows about computers, a lot of the parts are shorted and they're being scalped for ridiculous prices. So according to him, it's not a good time to do it.
Should we give a sort of teaser idea to what we're planning to do for our channels? Or do you want to keep it a secret for now?
I guess keep it a secret because I don't know which ones are going to intermingle with each other.
Okay.
All right.
So, yeah, it's a secret. You'll have to see when it happens.
Just like episode 0.
But when it's all figured out, we'll tell you. We'll let you know.
We'll let you know.
Oh, yeah, in episode 0. I forgot. That's still... I'll fucking keep that in store forever. It's still on scheduled upload.
Mm-hmm.
So that was episode 15.
Yep.
I'm glad we're back to a normal thing now.
Season 2, episode 2.
And maybe next week will be a special episode with friends.
Oh, yeah.
People, possibly. We're not quoting that yet, but maybe. Yeah.
We'll see.
All right. I've been Pear.
I've been Hippopotamus.
And now we can't end it, so...
I've been Mongo.
So let's talk about Daphne and
No, I've been Mongo. Goodbye.
You're right. Okay. So the Fairly Odd Parents.
I'm going to end the episode whether you like it or not.
The movie basically starts with Timmy Turner.
I'm going to walk away.
And Timmy Turner is out going to. Hey, where are you going?
You're not paying me enough.
Come back.
You're not paying me enough for this bullshit.
Come back.
I don't want to. Goodbye.